morning, guys. So, new update. Today is June 10 and it is about 10 in the morning. I slept in late today because we did a lot of work yesterday. But yeah, I'm gonna give y'all a quick update. I am in Texas and I am in zone 9B. This is the new update. If you guys remember, I had a U-shaped raised bed here, and I gave my husband an idea that I wanted to do because I am working with limited space here. So I decided to change the shape of my raised beds, and at the same time, still have the same. I feel like I will have the same, or maybe a little bit more space to plant more veggies and stuff. But I had the U shape here, and it was the same level as this one here. So we removed this little piece and then connected it over there, and I had like a little gap here where my grapevine was there, and then that's where the other raised bed started at. So I connected that raised bed to this one straight. I do have some extra pavers. I have 2, 4, 6 extra pavers and some leftover wood that I had to remove today. Hopefully today, I'm not sure, I will be adding the other raised bed all the way to, honestly, all the way to wherever the wood length. I think most of these woods are, I want to say 87 or 78 inches long. So if I have more of these same length, I'm probably not going to go all the way to where I wanted to, but we'll work it out. We'll see. I still have to get rid of that dirt and fill it in all the way in here because it does get flooded here and back there. So I want it to be sturdy and not to be like too flooded and stuff or muddy when it rains, because I do walk through the back to connect the vines and stuff and trellis them and stuff. Oh, and guess what, guys? I have some cantaloupe growing. Look at that. I did order some nettings off of Amazon that I seen that you can put the net around it and then hang it on the wherever you're trellising it at, so that way the cantaloupe is not touching the dirt. And there's a lot, I don't know if you can see them in the camera. Yeah, you can see them a little bit around there. There's a lot of little tiny bees, and there's a actual dragonfly around here too. They're loving it. They're loving my cantaloupe plant. Sadly, I did have to get rid of 2 tomato plants because I had 2 tomato plants here, and then this is where the trellis started all the way over here, and I had to get rid of them. Either way, I was not that sad because my tomato plants weren't giving as much produce. The 2 that were here, they weren't giving too much produce as these are. So for now, that trellis is staying there. It's a little wumpy and broken on one corner over there, and we have that PVC pipe, as a support for now. But yeah, that trellis is staying there for this season. I will figure out what to do. I want to do the same shape, to where it stops there, but I would have to find something. Sorry guys, the camera is focusing on my drink. I wanted to stop there, because here I told my husband my plan is to buy more pavers, fill this in with either, if I can find sand, or fill it in with dirt to put pavers really close to each other, maybe to like about here, and then close it in, you know, like a square, because I want to put like a little table with an umbrella and some little chairs and make it like a little seating area, and that way we can relax here in the morning, because as you can see in the mornings it is shady here, so it's not as hot. And but that's for in a while, you know, I'm not doing that right now. I did transplanted my strawberries. She has a runner, and I transplanted this one. These other two got pulled out. They were here already, but they got pulled out by my chickens. It was a small hole on my little tiny fence, and they were able to find it and came over here and started scratching. So I transferred some of the dirt that I took off on the other side and filled it up a little, because my dirt is going down. So I want to buy compost from Lowe's and see how that works to add on them. I believe this is a habanero pepper, and because the leaves are different and it's so beautiful. I did transfer my snapdragons. They were on that side, and I was really scared, guys, because my snapdragons were so pretty flowering. I will show you the other one. This one has not flowered yet. I don't know what color it is, but they are so pretty. And so I was like, I really hope that me transferring them to another side would not affect their foliage or, you know, their flowers and stuff. So I did it anyway, and I did, you know, wait until at least 6 p.m. or 7. That's the time I was doing this, so that the sun was not out and it didn't, you know, hurt their foliage with the sun and stuff, because they do tend to wilt. Like this one over here didn't like it as much, I guess because she was already flowering. But I mean, she's still green and she's still standing up and throwing new shoots. I need to cut her old flowers and see maybe that would help her. But I really hope it comes back and finishes her flowering, because it's so pretty. This is my parsley. My parsley went to flower. I am going to let it flower to see if I can get some good seeds out of this, because apparently the seeds that I had are old, like I've always mentioned in my videos, and so never germinates. I transplanted, not this one, it was this one. I transplanted this one that I just showed y'all, and they didn't bother. Look how beautiful this pepper plant is. They did not bother the transplanting. They loved it. And I transplanted that one too. Her leaves are a little wrinkly, but still standing up. You know, it's already been 2 days, so by now, if they wouldn't have liked it, they would have already wilted and, you know, gave up. I transplanted her too, and this one, and this one was already, no, I'm lying, I transplanted this one too, and it had peppers. It has peppers. It has peppers on it, and I transplanted it. I was risking it, but, you know, I had to do all this change that one time, at one, you know, because I didn't want to just transplant half of my plants and then the next morning come out here and then, you know, risk it on them being wilted and stuff by the sun if I transplant them in the morning. And so I did this one too, and this is my other snapdragon, guys. Look how beautiful she looks. I've never grown snapdragons before, but I have this one neighbor that she lives like a block away from me, and I always go through that street when I go grocery shopping to my nearest store. And she has this raised bed against her fence wall, and every car can see it when you pass by. Like it like takes your, it brings attention because it's just that one raised bed. It's just nothing but grass and then one little line of raised bed, and she puts nothing but snapdragons on that little small raised bed, different colors, and it looks so gorgeous. And I've always thought if it was like, you know, fake plants, because she always had them there, always. And so I was like, maybe they're fake plants, you know, because they're always there. I never see them wilted. I never see their dead flowers or anything like that, and they're always flowering. And so not too long ago, I want to say a couple of days ago, I passed by and I noticed that she removed them, and now she has vincas on there, different colors of vincas. So that's where I was like, okay, well, they're not fake, they're real. But that got my attention, and I investigated on how to grow them and stuff. So I decided to buy some seeds, and I grew some. It was a mixture, you know, with different colors and stuff. So that's why this one's like a hot pink, and the one that's wilted over there was like a yellowish with soft pink. And the other two, I do not know what color they are, which is this one back here that I did transplant to and didn't mind it, and then the first one that I showed you guys over there, I don't know what color they are because they have not flowered yet, so hopefully they do start flowering soon. But yeah, I love them. I'm trying to see if I can save some seeds from them whenever they are done, because I do know that they don't like summer. So once it starts heating up a little bit more here, they're going to seed. I have a bell pepper here. I want to say that one's a bell pepper too. One that's back there. They were getting destroyed by some worms, and I got rid of them. But yeah, that's what it's looking like. I'm gonna move back here because the sun is hitting me already. What else? This is, I mean, everything's basically still the same. My whipping willow, I did take, it looks a little sad, but I really hope it comes back. I took a little plant that was coming out of the roots, the bottom roots of my, what are they called? I forgot what they're called. I will show you all in a little bit. It's a beautiful tree that flowers too, and I have it in my front yard. My fig tree still there. My waba, you know, mulberry, blueberry, and I have another banana pepper over there. I think my banana pepper didn't like it being moved over there because she does not get as much sun as she used to when she was in the front, or either she is done and I have to fertilize her because she has not getting new banana peppers anymore. I mean, but she's throwing new leaves and stuff, you know, more greener. But I don't know. Maybe I should move her to the front where she would get more sun. I mean, she gets enough sun here, but not as it used to. My blueberries are growing super tall and still has a ton of blueberries on there. So we're still, my son comes out here and he still gets like one or two every other day, and it goes straight into his mouth. It does not make it into the kitchen. I am noticing something on my mulberry that I did not know mulberries can have. There's, I think they're called mealybugs. I deal with these in my succulents. I did not know, and I hate it. I hate it when they come up on my succulents. And it's I mean, it's not that hard to get rid of them. I had succulents for a while, and I've seen that you can get rid of them either, but just, you know, trying to clean out the most that you can on your plant. And then I try to spray neem oil, and that kind of helps too. And then I'll wait for a while and then start spraying alcohol, 80% alcohol, and that helps too. Oh, my kids are out. They found me and they're out. But yeah, this is something new that I'm seeing here. I mean, I got most of them out. I don't see no more. But I would have to keep an eye on this plant now. I did not know that this plant was attracted to mealybugs. So now I have to pay attention to her. Oh my gosh, my husband, we got the yard yesterday too, and I just noticed that he came in here and put grass clippings on top of his waba plant. He's so obsessed with his waba plant, and he's like, please take care of my waba plant. What I don't like about this waba plant, the only thing that I don't like about it is that it is so fragile that the leaves, any type of little wind that we get, the leaf starts breaking or anything falls on them, the leaf starts, you know, getting crumbly and with holes and stuff. This is not bug damage. This damage right here was whenever we had a little bit of hail, so it made some little holes on there, but I am sure it's not bug damage because I come here every morning and I give a look at them, and I've never seen any bugs on it. But I'm thinking it's gonna be time for her to be transplanted. I did not know that this waba plant grew this big until I did my investigations, you know, Google and YouTube, and apparently this grows like a tree. But sadly, we cannot plant it in the ground because it does not handle our temperatures, cold temperatures when it gets in the winter. So I'm going to have to just keep it in a pot and, you know, transplant it, or I mean move it, transfer it into my greenhouse. This is one of the reasons why too I got a bigger greenhouse, so that way all of my pots that I have out here, I can just move them in the winter to my greenhouse, you know, and save them a little bit. Those little 2 pots that I put down here, I did put some of my rosemary. I put one of my rosemary in that corner, and I still have 2 more rosemary seedlings that I started from seed. And I'm thinking I want to put some in this little corner and maybe all the way in that corner or in the middle right there. No, I'll probably put it all the way in that corner because I have the root plant there. I've heard that rosemary is really, really good for mosquitoes. So I'm trying to grow my rosemary bushes here. I've seen that they grow like a little bush, so I want it to grow there in that corner. And then them, they probably won't grow as, sorry, I'm covering the camera. Them, they're probably not going to grow as big, you know, because that's a little small pot. But them, I'm planning to just pull them out and bring them in my greenhouse just in case, because I do know that rosemary here in my zone 9B are perennial, so they will come back, but only if they're in the ground. I don't know if I leave them there in them tiny pots they will come back. I have a feeling they won't, you know, because they're up in the air and the frost, or you know, the cold winters can frost the roots through that pot. So I'm probably going to just stick it out and then put it in my greenhouse for the winter. But yeah, I'm trying to. I also bought lavender, but my lavender, I don't know. I don't know. I bought lavender a lot of times and they just don't like me. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I put lavender in the front yard one time and I didn't. I've heard to just completely ignore it, and I did, and it dried out. I mean, I didn't completely ignore it, like completely, but I did water it every now and then because I've seen that lavender does not like a lot of water. So maybe lavender just is not good in the ground. Maybe in pots it would thrive a little bit better, but in the ground I don't think it will, because we are in Texas, Southeast Texas, and here it rains a lot. Sometimes even a whole week straight of water. That's why we have a lot of flooding issues here. So maybe in the ground, that's why it's not thriving. Maybe I'm gonna try in a pot. I don't know, but I like lavender. I wanted to try to grow it in my raised bed, and I put one in their corner and the other corner. They're still there, but they look sad, and one of them is flowering. I mean, they look like they're throwing new shoots, but I mean, that's not what they look like when I got them. This one is throwing some flowers, and I mean, I don't know. Maybe they will grow. I don't know. If not, then I would try next time in some pots to see if they would grow, because I've seen that lavender is a good plant to have here whenever you don't want mosquitoes. I was trying to get rid of this grass back here in just this little spot, but my husband's like, no, it looks a lot better if you just let the grass grow and make it look natural, and pretty green and stuff. But that's a lot of maintenance. I told him it's a lot of maintenance. We don't have a weed eater, so I have to constantly go borrow my dad's weed eater, and my dad does not live around the corner. So I told him, either buy me a weed eater, a cheap one, just for here for the house, or I'm getting rid of the grass because it was bad. I should have showed y'all the video, but it was this backyard grass right here was bad. You couldn't even see the pavers anymore. It was covered in grass. But finally, thank God, yesterday we had a little chance, to cut our yard, because our front yard was bad too. It was really, really tall. And we also finished the front wall of the apartment remodeled. I will show y'all in another video of that. And but yeah, guys, other than that is about it. That's all the updates we have for right now. One little update that I do have is that soon my raised bed in the back there that I showed y'all, there's wild tomatoes growing there that I have not pruned. I have done nothing to it. Is going to go. I am going to just look. We have a tiny little melon growing that I just seen from far away. It is going to go. I'm just going to have to pull those plants because it's wild, guys. It hurts me to just pull it, knowing that it has a lot of produce in it. I mean, obviously most of the produce I am going to, the ones that are ripened or halfway ripened, I'm going to bring them inside, and save them. The rest is going to the chickens because there's no point of me having that. Really no point. I let them get too wild, and too wild enough that there's a lot of bugs on them, a lot of worms, and I I just can't let them there. I have to just get rid of it. I do have my little tomato plants over here, so I'm not losing way too much. And I did start some seedlings. I've seen that you can start some seedlings in June, or the late May. And I did, at the end of May, I did start some seeds of beef tomatoes. And I'm waiting for them to grow a little bit bigger so I can transplant them out here and get some beef tomatoes, because these are just, I got mixed up at the beginning of the season, and I thought I had beef tomatoes, and apparently they were not. They were the pear cherry tomatoes. And so for next time, I learned my lesson. I have to name everything, put a little tag on them, so that way I don't get mixed up and think I have this or that, and then when it flowers or gives me produce is not it. So I learned my lesson, best believe that. But yeah, guys, that's about it. I will be giving y'all an update on my apartment that we are remodeling. Our apartments that we have for rent, we are remodeling it, so I will give you an update on that. And as soon as I start the new project here, maybe later this afternoon, because as you can see, the sun is hitting there now, so maybe in the afternoon, around 6 or 7, that's when the sun starts going down. And we have shade here because of this beautiful tree that covers the sun. We can start the raised bed here and start removing some of the dirt on the other raised bed that's over there left over alone. And well, this year was hectic. It was a lot of chaos everywhere, but I mean, it's not easy to start a garden and then at the same time move your garden from one place to another. So we're trying to grow as much produce as we can. I believe next year will be a lot better, hopefully. Crossing our fingers that by next year we are done with the garden, and we'll be ready for next season to actually have a plan and tag our produce or seedlings, so that way we know what we have. But for now, it's just hectagging, just throwing everything everywhere, wherever it fits. We'll just throw it in there and see what we get. But yep, that's about it, guys. I will keep you updated. I'm gonna go relax in a little shade with my kids. They just woke up and came out here and relaxed a little before eating their breakfast. So I'm gonna take advantage of that before they put me to work. All right, guys, take care. I will see y'all next time. Bye.